All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Saira Mujtaba and with me is Sarabjit Kaur. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with students, teachers and parents in Pariksha Pe Charcha at 11 a.m. today. Government reduces disturbed areas under Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Nagaland, Assam and Manipur. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to hold bilateral meeting with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi today. Nepal Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba to arrive in New Delhi this afternoon on a 3-day visit to India. United States rejects insinuations made by Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan regarding Washington's role in alleged foreign conspiracy to oust him from power. Heat wave sweeps north, central and western parts of the country. IMD asks people to avoid sun exposure. In IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants beat Chennai Super Kings by 6 wickets in Mumbai. And Chennai Super Kings all-rounder Dwayne Bravo becomes highest wicket taker in IPL. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with students, teachers and parents all over the world in the 5th edition of Pariksha Pe Charcha program at the Talkatoora Stadium in New Delhi today. It is a much-awaited annual event in which the Prime Minister responds to questions related to examination stress by students in his uniquely engaging style in a live program. During this participatory outreach program, Mr. Modi will interact with students who will appear in the board exams. Students, teachers and parents who will get to ask questions to the Prime Minister have been shortlisted on the basis of an online creative writing competition on a bouquet of themes. Over 15 lakh students, teachers and parents have registered for the event. Our correspondent reports that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the 4th edition was held online in April last year.
Pariksha Pe Charcha is an interactive program wherein students, parents and teachers from India and overseas interact with the Prime Minister. They discuss and overcome the stress emerging out of examinations in order to celebrate life as a festival. School students of class 9 to 12, teachers and parents are selected through an online competition for the program. Due to COVID restrictions, only 1,000 students of Delhi NCR, Uttar Pradesh and Haryana have been invited to attend the program at Talkatoora Stadium. For the first time, selected students will attend the event at Raj Bhavans of all states and union territories. With Dipendra Kumar, Anupam Mishra, AR News, Delhi.
The Pariksha Pe Charcha program will be telecast live on Doordarshan, DD National, DD News, DD India, radio channels, TV channels, digital media including YouTube channels of all ministries and departments. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has shared a series of video tips for students and their parents on the occasion of Pariksha Pe Charcha 2022. These videos shared on his YouTube channel cover a wide gamut of issues pertaining to student life, especially related to exams. These contain special tips from the Pariksha Pe Charcha over the years.
जाने अनजाने में हम लोग उस दिशा में चल पड़े हैं हमारी शिक्षा को लेकर के जिसमें सफलता विफलता का एक टर्निंग पॉइंट कुछ विशेष परीक्षाओं के मार्क्स बन गया है और उसके कारण मन भी उस बात पर रहता है कि बाकी सब बाद में करूंगा, एक बार मार्क्स ले आऊं। माँ बाप भी यही एक एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करते हैं, करे भाई पहले तुम 10वीं बढ़िया कर लो, फिर कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, तुम्हारा रास्ता साफ हो जाए, फिर 11वीं में आएंगे तो फिर कहे भाई बात बराबर है लेकिन 12वीं बहुत महत्व की है, जरा इस पर जोर लगा दो, फिर कहेंगे एंट्रेंस एग्जाम महत्व की, इस पर जोर लगा दो। उनका इरादा होता है कि बच्चे को जरा मोटिवेट करे, उत्साहित करे, लेकिन किसी जमाने में शायद ये सत्य होगा, आज दुनिया बहुत बदल चुकी है, संभावनाएं बहुत बढ़ गई है।
We spoke to some students who have been selected to participate in today's Pariksha Pe Charcha.
जो हमारा स्ट्रेस होता है, जब वो हमसे बातचीत करते हैं, वो सारा स्ट्रेस हम दूर हो जाता है और हमें बहुत अच्छा महसूस होता है.
आई एम बोथ एक्साइटेड एंड नर्वस एट द सेम टाइम. आई एम फीलिंग वेरी फॉर्चुनेट दैट आई एम गेटिंग अ चांस, golden chance to meet a Prime Minister.
Actually, I have never met him and now I am going to make correspondence with him. So that's a great opportunity for me.
प्रधानमंत्री जी को अपने सामने देखना एक अपने में ही बहुत बड़ी बात है. इसके लिए मैं अपने आप को बहुत भाग्यशाली मानता हूँ.
The centre has decided to reduce disturbed areas under the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, AFSPA, in Nagaland, Assam and Manipur after decades. In a series of tweets, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said the reduction in areas under the AFSPA is a result of the improved security situation and fast-track development due to consistent efforts and several agreements to end insurgency and bring lasting peace in the northeast. He lauded Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his unwavering commitment, saying that the northeastern region, which was neglected for decades, is now witnessing a new era of peace, prosperity and unprecedented development. The minister congratulated the people of the northeast on this momentous occasion. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said that AFSPA will be withdrawn from 60% areas of the state from midnight tonight. Talking to media in Guwahati, the Chief Minister welcomed the decision of the centre to withdraw AFSPA partially from 3 states of the northeast. Mr. Sarma said the act will be in force only in 9 districts and 1 subdivision in Assam following the decision of the centre. He said the withdrawal of the act would boost investment in the northeast.
If you look at this map, you will see that complete Lower Assam and Central Assam and North Assam, AFSA will be withdrawn from midnight today. Now, AFSA will be there only in the hills district of Assam and in the Upper Assam, where, as we all know, that situation is yet to be improved to the satisfaction of the government. Things are still in the transition stage, and we are hopeful that in this district also we will be able to take a call sooner than later.
Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio has welcomed the centre's move to reduce Armed Forces Special Powers Act, AFSPA, in the state. In a tweet, Chief Minister Nephew Rio expressed gratitude to the Government of India under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah for reducing disturbed areas under AFSPA in the states of Nagaland, Assam and Manipur. Mr. Rio said this is a significant development towards bringing stability, security and prosperity to the northeast region.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov will hold bilateral meeting with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi today. Mr. Lavrov arrived in New Delhi yesterday evening on a 2-day visit to India. This is the highest level visit from Russia to India after Moscow launched its military operations in Ukraine on the 24th of February. Mr. Lavrov is in India after concluding a 2-day visit to China. Nepal Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba will arrive in New Delhi today on a 3-day visit to India at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He will be accompanied by his wife Dr. Arzu Deuba and a high-level delegation. This will be the first bilateral visit abroad by the Prime Minister of Nepal after assuming his office in July last year. Mr. Deuba will call on Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and hold talks with Prime Minister Modi tomorrow. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval will call on the Prime Minister of Nepal. Besides official engagements in New Delhi, Mr. Deuba will visit Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh.
Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has reiterated his claims of foreign conspiracy and said that a foreign nation is trying to oust him over its independent foreign policy choices. Addressing the people of Pakistan ahead of the no-confidence motion, he claimed a foreign nation sent a message that Imran Khan needs to be removed, else the country will suffer consequences. Imran Khan, in a slip of the tongue, named United States and then stated that a foreign country had sent a threatening memo which was against Pakistan. Imran Khan had claimed that the threatening letter had been sent to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Pakistan media reports said that the letter is the word-for-word transcript of a conversation between the diplomats of Pakistan and another country sent to Pakistan's foreign ministry. Meanwhile, the proceedings of the National Assembly of Pakistan were adjourned till April 3rd, soon after it convened yesterday to discuss the no-confidence motion against Prime Minister Imran Khan. The crucial session for the no-confidence motion started after much delay but was adjourned till Sunday after members of parliament demanded voting on the no-trust motion. The Pakistani National Assembly has a total strength of 342 members, with the majority mark being 172. The PTI-led coalition was formed with the support of 179 members, Imran Khan's PTI having 155 members, and other major allies including Baluchistan Awami Party, BAP, and Grand Democratic Alliance, GDA, having 20 seats. The United States has rejected insinuations made by Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan regarding Washington's role in an alleged foreign conspiracy to oust him from power. A U.S. State Department spokesperson said that there is no truth in these allegations. The spokesperson said the U.S. are closely following developments in Pakistan and Washington respects and supports Pakistan's constitutional process and the rule of law.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held bilateral consultations with UK Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs and Minister for Women and Equalities, Elizabeth Truss, in Delhi yesterday. They conducted the annual strategic review of the Roadmap 2030 agreed between the Prime Ministers of India and UK during the India-UK Virtual Summit last year. The two ministers expressed satisfaction on the progress achieved so far and agreed to further intensify efforts to deliver results in priority areas. These areas are trade and investments, defence and security, migration and mobility, education, S&T, climate cooperation and green energy.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with students, teachers and parents in Pariksha Pe Charcha at 11 a.m. today. Government reduces disturbed areas under Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Nagaland, Assam and Manipur. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to hold bilateral meeting with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi today. Nepal Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba to arrive in New Delhi this afternoon on a 3-day visit to India. United States rejects insinuations made by Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan regarding Washington's role in alleged foreign conspiracy to oust him from power. Heat wave sweeps north, central and western parts of the country. IMD asks people to avoid sun exposure. In IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants beat Chennai Super Kings by 6 wickets in Mumbai and Chennai Super Kings all-rounder Devon Bravo becomes highest wicket taker in IPL. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर
8700014242।
क्या आप कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम की तैयारी कर रहे हैं? ऑल इंडिया रेडियो के नए प्रोग्राम अभ्यास में हमारे विशेषज्ञ आपके सवालों का देंगे जवाब। शनिवार रात 9:30 बजे FM गोल्ड पर। इस बार का विषय है इंडियन पॉलिटी एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। आप इससे जुड़े सवाल व्हाट्सएप करें 9289094044 पर या सवाल ईमेल भी कर सकते हैं abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर। भारतीय संविधान और राजनीति विषय पर आपके प्रश्न हमें 5 अप्रैल तक मिल जाने चाहिए। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Welcome back. You're listening to the morning news. President Ramnath Kovind will embark on a 2-nation tour today to Turkmenistan and then to Netherlands. The first leg of the tour is to Turkmenistan from the 1st to 4th of April. This will be the first ever visit of an Indian president to Turkmenistan. This visit is significant as it is taking place as India marks 30 years of diplomatic relations with Turkmenistan. The visit is also happening within 2 weeks of the new president of Turkmenistan, Sardar Bardi Muhammadov, assuming charge. President Ramnath Kovind will hold meetings with his counterpart, which will be followed by bilateral delegation-level talks between the two countries and signing of several MOUs. Accompanying the President on board in this tour is Minister of State in the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying and Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, L. Murugan, along with Member of Parliament, Dilip Ghosh. In the second leg of his tour, President will visit the Netherlands from the 4th of April. President Ramnath Kovind has greeted people of Odisha on the occasion of Odisha Day. In a tweet, Mr. Kovind said, the land of the temples of Jagannath, Lingaraj, Konark and other rich heritages, Odisha gave the world a message of peace and love, shunning violence. He conveyed best wishes for the progress of the state. Union Home Minister Amit Shah arrived at the HAL airport in Bengaluru last night on a 2-day visit to Karnataka. Mr. Shah was received by Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai and State BJP President Nalin Kumar Katil along with other leaders. Mr. Shah will today participate in the 115th birth anniversary of late Dr. Shivakumara Swami at Siddhaganga Mutt at prominent Lingayat religious institution in Tumkuru. He will also attend other programs in the state, including the foundation stone laying ceremony of the 400-bedded hospital in Satya Sai Gram in Mudanahalli, according to the Home Ministry.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah arrived at the HAL airport in Bengaluru last night on a 2-day visit to Karnataka. India's COVID vaccination coverage has crossed 184 crore mark. More than 20 lakh vaccine doses were administered yesterday. More than 1 crore 71 lakh vaccine doses have been administered to 12 to 14 years age group so far. More than 2 crore 31 lakh precaution doses have been administered to the identified categories of beneficiaries like healthcare workers and frontline workers so far. The Mumbai civic body has withdrawn the compulsion of wearing a mask in public places from today. In a release, Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation said no fine will be imposed for not wearing face masks in public places from April 1st. Meanwhile, after cabinet meeting yesterday, Minister Jitendra Awad tweeted saying the state cabinet has done away with all the COVID-19 curbs across Maharashtra from April 2nd on the Gudi Padwa day when the state celebrates its new year. He said the ensuing festivals like Gudi Padwa, Baba Sahib Ambedkar Jayanti and Ramzan will be allowed to be celebrated without any restriction.
Andaman and Nicobar Islands has become a COVID-19 free union territory. The UT has 0 active cases. No case of COVID-19 was reported yesterday, while the sole patient recovered. Now, 4 UTs have achieved the COVID-free status. And now let's listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember freedom fighter Avantibai Lodhi, who participated in the first war of Indian independence in 1857.
Avantibai Lodhi was born on the 16th of August 1831 in Sivni, Madhya Pradesh. She married Prince Vikramaditya Lodhi, the son of Raja Lakshman Singh of Ramgarh. Rani Avantibai Lodhi took up the reins of administration of the state in her hands on behalf of her minor son, Amar Singh, following the Raja's ill health. When Raja Vikramaditya Singh died in 1851, the British authorities decided to pass the Ramgarh's administration over to a court of ward in total disregard of the Rani. She strongly resented the British action.
During the First War of Indian Independence, Rani Avantibai joined the independence activists by commandeering the Ramgarh troops and confronted the British in Sohagpur. Rani Avantibai defeated the British in the battle. Stung by the defeat, the British came back with vengeance and launched an attack on Ramgarh. Avantibai resorted to guerrilla warfare to fend off the British army. In the decisive battle in the hilly region of Devharigarh on the 1st of April 1858, the combined forces were defeated by the British. The Rani had to retreat to Ramgarh, where she and her followers were encircled.
While many accounts claim that Avantibai took her own life to evade capture when the defeat was imminent, other accounts claim that she died in captivity in August 1858. She is remembered through performances and folklore and continues to inspire people. We salute the great freedom fighter.
We also remember Martyr Anand Charan Malik, a shopkeeper in the Dharamtola area of Kolkata, who died on the 1st of April 1930.
Charan Malik, along with other people of the area, was dissatisfied with the new rules of trade implemented by the British administration. They objected to the new rules on the ground that their livelihood will be adversely affected, and hence decided to hold a demonstration. On the 1st of April 1930, the carters, in unison, removed their animals from the carts and left their carts on the roads. The arrival of the police to clear the main roads by force resulted in pitched battles. Soon, the agitating carters were joined by the sympathetic public in a large number. The police resorted to firing on the crowd, killing Anand Charan Malik and 6 others. We salute the great son of the soil.
We also remember Martyr Varyam Singh, who participated in the 11th non-violent Shahidi Morcha to Jaito Gurdwara, Gangsar, Nabha in 1925 against the British order, prohibiting all prayer assemblies in the area. When the Morcha reached Jaito, the British-led troops stopped it and arrested a large number of its participants. Varyam Singh was also arrested and tortured to death in Nabha Bir jail on the 1st of April 1925. We salute the great son of the soil.
On this day, we also remember freedom fighter Rahim Ali Khan, who led independence activists during the First War of Indian Independence in 1857. He was caught by the British in the course of an engagement and sent to the Andaman Islands on the 7th of March 1859 and died in imprisonment on the 1st of April 1859. We salute the great martyr.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
स्वाधीनता आंदोलन के दौरान भारतीय जनमानस को उत्प्रेरित कर स्वतंत्रता का अलख जगाने और मातृभूमि के प्रति सेवा, समर्पण और त्याग की ज्वाला प्रज्वलित कर देने वाले अमर गीतों पर आधारित विशेष कार्यक्रम आजादी के तराने सुनना न भूलें। FM गोल्ड 100.1 मेगाहर्ट्ज पर प्रत्येक शुक्रवार शाम 4:45 पर परिक्रमा कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत आजादी के तराने सिर्फ आकाशवाणी पर।
In Jammu and Kashmir, one terrorist was killed in an encounter with security forces in Turkwangam area of Shopian district in the wee hours today. The gunfight erupted after a joint team of security forces who had laid a cordon and search operation in the area were fired upon by terrorists. The identity of the slain terrorist is being ascertained. The operation in the area was underway when reports last came in. In the Kashmir Valley, an ancient sculpture of Lord Vishnu dating back to 9th century was recovered from River Jhelum in Kakapura area of Pulwama district. Official sources said that some labourers, while extracting sand in River Jhelum in Lehara Kakapura area of Pulwama district, found an ancient sculpture from the river. After finding the sculpture, they contacted the local police, who rushed to the spot and took the sculpture into their possession. In IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants LSG defeated Chennai Super Kings CSK by 6 wickets at the Brabant Stadium in Mumbai last night. chasing a target of 211, LSG achieved it with 3 balls to spare. They made 211 for 4 wickets in 19.3 overs. For LSG, Evan Lewis scored unbeaten 55, Quinton de Kock scored 61, while KL Rahul also played a fine cameo with 40. Evan Lewis was declared player of the match. Earlier, Lucknow Super Giants won the toss and opted to bowl. Batting first, Chennai Super Kings managed to post a total of 210 for 7 wickets against the Lucknow Super Giants. Robin Uthappa led the way with a fine 50, while Shivam Dube made 49 and Moeen Ali made 35 to take CSK past the 200-run mark. Today, Kolkata will take on Punjab Kings at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai at 7:30 p.m. Heat wave is sweeping north, central and western parts of the country. Temperatures soared above 40 degrees Celsius in Delhi NCR, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Rajasthan. The India Meteorological Department, IMD, has said that the heat wave conditions are likely to prevail in some districts in the northwest, central and west India for the next 4 days. IMD has advised people to avoid sun exposure and also issued an alert for the Labour Ministry, the Power Ministry and fire departments. Talking to AIR News, Indian Meteorological Department IMD DG Mrityunjay Mahapatra said,
पास्ट 3 to 4 डेज में नॉर्थ वेस्ट इंडिया और वेस्ट सेंट्रल इंडिया में हीट वेव कंडीशंस जारी है, जिनका तापमात्रा लगभग 4 से 7 डिग्री सेल्सियस नॉर्मल कंडीशन से ज्यादा है। आज जो स्थिति है, इससे पता चलता है कि नॉर्थ वेस्ट इंडिया में जैसे पंजाब, हरियाणा, वेस्ट यूपी, जम्मू, हिमाचल प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, इस सब एरिया में तापमान में गिरावट आएगी और जो हीट वेव कंडीशन है इसमें सुधार होगा। मगर जो सेंट्रल इंडिया है, जैसे राजस्थान, गुजरात, नॉर्दर्न पार्ट्स ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, इंटीरियर ओडिशा, नॉर्दर्न पार्ट्स ऑफ तेलंगाना, ये सभी एरिया में हीट वेव कंडीशन अगले 3 दिन तक जारी रहेगी और धीरे धीरे ईस्टर्न पार्ट से हीट वेव कंडीशन चला जाएगा।
And now let's take a look at the weather forecast for today. Srinagar will have a mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 9 and 28 degrees Celsius. Jammu will also have a mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 18 and 35 degrees Celsius. Leh is likely to have a mainly clear sky as well. Minimum and maximum temperature will hover between 3 and 16 degrees Celsius. Gilgit will have a partly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 14 and 31 degrees Celsius, while Muzaffarabad will have a mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was 15 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 33 degrees. National capital Delhi will have strong surface winds during daytime. Temperature will vary between 22 and 39 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 22 and 36 degrees Celsius. Chennai is likely to have a partly cloudy sky. Temperature will vary between 28 and 35 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have a partly cloudy sky as well. Minimum temperature was 27, while maximum of around 34 degrees is expected. Guwahati will generally have a cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Temperature will hover between 20 and 28 degrees Celsius.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Papers have covered a variety of stories in today's newspapers. Centre reduces AFSPA spread in 3 states, writes Hindustan Times, while the Tribune writes, AFSPA goes from parts of Nagaland, Assam, Manipur. Papers have also noticed UK Foreign Secretary Elizabeth Truss visit to India. The Pioneer on its front page carries a picture of the dignitary having a meeting with External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. The paper writes, UK for more robust economic, strategic defence ties with India. Regarding political upheavals in Pakistan, Tribune says, adamant Imran says will play till the last ball. Papers have also widely covered the retiring of 72 Rajya Sabha members. And finally, tired of wearing the face mask since 2 years? Well, in a major step towards the good old pre-pandemic days, Delhi and Maharashtra lift restrictions. The Tribune writes, Delhi, Maharashtra discard face masks.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi to interact with students, teachers and parents in Pariksha Pe Charcha at 11 a.m. today. Government reduces disturbed areas under Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Nagaland, Assam and Manipur. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to hold bilateral meeting with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi today. Nepal Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Juba to arrive in New Delhi this afternoon on a 3-day visit to India. US rejects insinuations made by Pakistan Prime Minister regarding Washington's role in alleged foreign conspiracy to oust him from power. Heat wave sweeps north, central and western parts of the country. IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants beat Chennai Super Kings by 6 wickets in Mumbai, and Chennai Super Kings all-rounder Dwayne Bravo becomes highest wicket taker in IPL. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.